This month's recipe, we're gonna do shrimp tacos. It's an excuse for you to drink Cakebread Sauvignon Blanc during the warm summer months. Sauvignon Blanc is definitely one of the wines that I go to a lot during the summer because I think it goes with a lot of the foods I enjoy.
It is. It's very fresh and crisp and just kind of renews your soul.
Small saucepan, cover it with water, a pinch of salt, and then cook them till they're tender. I'm going to do that with all 3 of our vegetables. So while your vegetables are cooking, next thing you could do is you can make your salsa. And we're going to make a green salsa with tomatillos, serranos, which have a little bit of heat to them, a lot of fresh cilantro, a little bit of garlic, and just a splash of water. Throw it in the blender. I'm going to pinch salt until it's really bright, vivid green. It goes really well with the shrimp. Next thing I'm going to make is our marinade for the shrimp. I got a little splash of tequila, a little orange juice, and a little lime juice, a little bit of acidity. And then I've got 2 types of chili powder. I got California dried chilies and then ancho chilies. You could just use straight chili powder that you'd find commonly in the grocery store, but if you have access to them, just provides a little bit more interesting flavor, I think. A little garlic, mashed garlic, and a little bit of vegetable oil just to keep the shrimp from not sticking. And a pinch of salt. Toss that with your shrimp. Toss around a coat and just let them sit in this for 5-10 minutes. This wouldn't be a marinade where you'd want your shrimp to sit in it overnight. The acidity would actually start to cook the proteins in the shrimp. So 5-10 minutes is really all the time it needs to marinate. Set that aside. My vegetables are probably just about done. And then learn this from the ladies I work with. You gotta have a bottle of tequila in your cupboard, and you also have to have a jar of pickled jalapenos in the refrigerator. And so you take a little bit of the pickle juice and throw that in there. So it gives you a little bit of that background heat. So if you want to make your own tortillas with your fingertips, stirring this together until you wind up with this soft dough that feels supple. Don't think of this as like making a bread where you want to knead this a lot. It's just really just to pull it together and get a soft dough. And then just pinch off, roll a little ball in the palm of your hand. Regardless of whether you have a wooden press like this, if you're lucky enough to own one of these, or one of the metal ones, you need to put a piece of plastic wrapped down and then put the lid on top of it. And then a little bit of pressure, and you should wind up with a tortilla. Throw it into a hot skillet and about 30 seconds, flip it over, and then cook it for about a minute, flip it back, and they should puff up magically. One of the reasons that these are so much lighter than the ones you buy in the grocery store. You don't add any oil to the pan. It's not necessary, and it's actually with traditional Mexican cooking, there's a lot of flavor. There's actually not a lot of fat. Once they puff up, you take them out. And just store them under a towel, or you can get one of those baskets to store your tortillas in. Sauce, a little zip. If you want, you can even add a little squeeze of lime.
All right, so, thank you.
Enjoy.
This seems like a perfect dish for a summer afternoon.
I'm with you.
Cold Sauvignon Blanc and fish tacos. Yay!
Yeah, part of being in California, I think. Enjoy.
All right.
I'm sure one of us is going to get messy.
Wow, that's great. The food is just so alive. It's so bright and fresh and just perks up your taste buds. And the wine does that too. I mean, we have estate vineyards in Carneros, estate vineyards in Rutherford, and also in Calistoga. And so it's a broad spectrum to choose from for Sauvignon Blanc blend. We're preserving that varietal characteristic, and it really comes through in the wine. And we're looking at lots of grapefruit, citrus, kiwi, melon, some gooseberry. I mean, all those really beautiful flavors without the little bit of herbality. And then we try to build the mouthfeel with it with adding a little bit of Semillon. And then we also have a little bit of Sauvignon Muscat. And so it gives a little bit more perfume to the overall blend. So together, it's just really beautiful, and it's so nice with these types of dishes with lots of flavor and lots of freshness and acidity. It goes very, very well.
I know it's Dolores Cakebread's favorite wine, so.
best. Cheers. Thank you.